Local breaking news, multiple agencies rushed to this raging fire. We are live in Papillion with what we're learning right now.
Tracking showers and storms that will roll in for our second half of our weekend.
Plus, the immigration debate rages on tonight with new demonstrations and new questions over how kids and their parents will be reunited. And a teen missing from South Omaha is found safely tonight. The latest breaking details from police. It's all straight ahead, live at 10.
From your home for news, this is WOWT 6 News, live at 10.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight live at 10. I'm Collin Ruane. We do begin with local breaking news in Papillion. Smoke could be seen for miles tonight as a fire raged just off of Highway 370. That's where our Mason Morrow joins us now live. Mason, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Collin, right now, this is where the barn is at. Collin.
Definitely a lot of damage out there. All right, that's Mason Morrow reporting live tonight. Mason, thank you. Also breaking right now, a near drowning at a Metro apartment pool tonight. The call came out just before 9. Douglas County dispatchers tell us one child was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but we do not know much more about his or her injuries right now. We will bring you the latest updates overnight and tomorrow morning on the 6 News app. And an update to local breaking news we first brought to you tonight live at 5. Omaha police have found a missing teen. We just got word around 8 tonight that 13-year-old Gabriela Hernandez was located. She was last seen before 9:30 last night at her family's home near 20th and W. Police say they didn't have any specific information that she was in danger, at least at the time. A public information officer with OPD wanted to thank those who helped spread the word throughout the day. Quick break from the news right now. Let's join meteorologist Peter Sherwood with a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. Some pop-up rain up there on the radar right now.
That's right. We're seeing those isolated coming up. Collin?
All right, Peter, thank you. Developing right now, Iowa's governor is touring the state's flood-ravaged counties. 12 blocks of the city of Rock Valley were evacuated as Rock River rose. Wells that supply drinking water were also shut off, too. This was all thanks to rain that fell earlier in the week, 5 to 7 inches along I-90 in South Dakota. The cleanup appears to be far from over. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds has already issued a disaster proclamation for 18 counties across the state. All this while the cleanup is underway as crude oil leaks into the floodwaters. Now MUD has come up with a plan to react if they end up needing to. The leak happened near Dune, Iowa. BNSF says 33 oil cars derailed early Friday morning. It's not clear how many of those tankers leaked oil. MUD says it will keep watching the developments. They plan to shift water away from the Florence plant to 2 other treatment plants that get supplied by the Platte River. The leak started about 150 miles north of the metro. Right now, Council Bluffs police are searching for a man who attacked a woman as she was running on a bike path. She was on the trail Friday afternoon north of I-29 near the 55-mile marker when the man grabbed her from behind. He pointed a handgun at her and threatened to hurt her. During the struggle, the gun went off. The victim suffered minor injuries. The man stole some of her belongings and took off on a black mountain bike. Up to the minute details now. President Trump visited Nevada today to support Republican candidates for Congress. While the president was taking part in a planned discussion about tax policy, immigration was still clearly at the forefront of his agenda. NBC's Chris Pallone reports. And the demonstrations could be found in San Diego, too. More than 5,000 people gathered in the downtown area. They were protesting the separation of migrant children from their parents at the border. Although President Donald Trump has already signed an executive order to end those separations, there are still lots of questions over how all those kids will be reunited with their families. And while the zero-tolerance policy is drawing attention toward the southern border, it appears to be in effect when it comes to Canada, too. We are now learning a French woman visiting her mom in Canada was arrested after she accidentally crossed the U.S. border. The 19-year-old says she was jogging on a beach in British Columbia when she crossed into Washington state. She was arrested and held at an immigration detention center in Tacoma, Washington for 2 weeks. The girl's mom says the arrest was unfair because there were no signs warning people of the international border. Back here locally, a special appearance by someone you might recognize from a popular cable show. A professional authenticator from the show Pawn Stars was in West Omaha earlier today. He was giving the seal of approval for some famous autographs, letting people know if they were legit or not. Normally, Steve Grad is in cities like Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia. So right now, he's going to places he normally doesn't get to go. He tells us travel is one of his favorite parts of the job.
I've been going all over the country. I've gone to Australia to do this. I've gone to England to do it, to Canada. So I've gone all over, really, the world to authenticate autographs.
There was a steady stream of people there to see him throughout the day near 125th and Center. He says the best part of helping people find out whether those signatures are good or bad. Of course, he says giving people the bad news is one of the hardest parts of that job. Coverage now for the College World Series. Dangerous decisions being made. Many fans are getting out at the wrong spot at the CWS. North Downtown can get pretty chaotic around game time, of course. But what police are seeing more often is guests being dropped off at non-designated locations. This causes a lot of traffic jams and some serious backups. Omaha police have handed out citations, but it doesn't look like it's helping all that much.
It wasn't even pull over. We were just in a gridlock, and we just said, well, we're getting out here.
They actually took me over to around Mike Fahey Drive. I don't know. It was just random.
OPD says they also see a lot of this happening anytime there's an event at TD Ameritrade Park. The proper drop-off points are at those cutouts along 10th Street, especially in front of the CenturyLink Center. Still ahead live at 10, a busy day down there at the College World Series. Bree Mellon joins us live from TD Ameritrade Park to break down what happened and talking to all the fans as we wind down to the final games of the greatest show on dirt. Then what some say is a record-setting baby boom at a Texas hospital. You'll hear from those who helped make sure everything went smoothly. You're watching 6 News live at 10. In just the last few minutes, some new developments from the College World Series. We are live down there tonight. We want to check in with 6 Sports' Bree Mellon with the latest update. Bree, what can you tell us tonight?
Town area. I will be running in it, and we're going to be going live at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so make sure you tune in for that, or come join me in the run. 3 miles. Collin, are you in?
We'll see, Bree. We'll see how I'm feeling in the morning. I'll let you know. Well, thank you so much. Turning our attention now to world news. Minutes after the world's last remaining ban on women driving was lifted, Saudi Arabian women took to the streets in this driver's seat for the first time in their country. It is an historic day for women who, for years, had to rely on family male figures and drivers to run basic errands or get them from one place to another. The ban kept women in the backseat, restricting when and how they moved around. Male drivers on the road cheered and supported their female counterparts. Several women's rights activists who were at the forefront of calls to lift the driving ban were arrested last month. At least 10 are still being held in an undisclosed location with no access to lawyers. ISIS militants have kidnapped 6 members of Iraq's security forces and threatened to kill them in 3 days unless government releases Sunni Muslim female prisoners, according to that group. In a video, 6 men with visible injuries on their faces appear to be sitting on the floor with 2 masked gunmen standing behind them. The men identify themselves as members of Iraq's police force. There's been an uptick in attacks by the group in recent weeks, especially on a highway connecting the capital with the country's north.
Tomorrow, when we get those severe storms going, you want to know what you need to do to stay safe.
Definitely a great tool. Follow it hour by hour, interactive radar, and of course, you will have updates tomorrow as well.
That's right.
All right, Peta, thank you. Just ahead, 9 babies born in 40 minutes, but that was only the beginning of a huge baby boom at one Texas hospital. We'll have their story after the break, but first a look at tonight's lottery numbers just in tonight. 16, 29, 43, 45, 56, and the Powerball of 25, jackpot of 40 million. You're watching 6 News live at 10. New tonight, a baby boom has hit the Baylor University Medical Center this week, and we mean baby boom. 42 babies in just 48 hours. It could be a new record at the hospital that normally welcomes just 12 in a day. Allie Spilliards reports from Dallas. And while things have calmed down, the Baylor staff says this is typically just the beginning of the busy season in labor and delivery that tends to run through August. Just ahead, Pete has a final check of the hour-by-hour forecast, you plan your Sunday and the week ahead. You're watching 6 News live at 10. Interesting update for you. The thief caught on camera at a Missouri convenience store stealing while dancing has been caught by authorities. This is Tanisha Dixon. Police in Afton have arrested her after she was caught jumping across the counter at a Quick Trip gas station. Police say a male accomplice served as a distraction at the back of the store while she snatched lottery scratcher tickets. The whole time she was busy showing off her dance moves. All right. Peta's here with a final look at the forecast, and things could get a little dicey tomorrow.
That's right. And not only for tomorrow, but right now.